Hi, Aries. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a singles love reading for May 2026. This is for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This reading is going to have no past and no exes. It will have some charms and some initials. It will have some evidence. It will have some clues. Please use these readings to help you to manifest the love that you are worthy and deserving of. At the end, we will put them all out, all these messages out to the universe and ask Spirit to guide them to you. So let's call in our guides now. Let's see what loving messages they have. What is the loving energy around you, coming towards you? What is there to look forward to? Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's newly guided here. Spirit, please share with me for my Aries. What is it that you have for them? What is it that you want them to know at this time? I am listening for you now. Let's see what we have. I have a storm, conflict, release, clearing the air. I'm going to say coming out of the storm. I'm going to say, the rainbow that comes out after the storm. I feel like you've already walked through it. All right. You're not there today. You've walked through it. The sun is shining. It's springtime. I feel good about myself, they're saying. So the storm has passed. I have a book. I have learned about myself. That is such an important thing. I now have a better understanding of what I need or where I want to go with my own life and what's important to me. So I feel like I just walked through this kind of tunnel of information, that I just had to get through this tunnel and get through the process. And then all of a sudden I see the light at the end of the tunnel and I come out and it's springtime and the birds are chirping and the sky is blue and everything's going to be okay. I have a letter, heartfelt communication. Somebody's sending you a letter. Somebody reaches out to you. Somebody is ready to get something started. I'm going to go with this feeling of heartfelt, because that was more of a genuine feelings to me, that whether it comes in a form of a card, that somebody, hand writes something that's very emotional inside the card. That's kind of how I'm feeling. Like it's some kind of, it could be a text message, but for some reason I feel like it's something you're reading, on a piece of paper. It could be a love note. It could be a letter. It could be a card that they wrote something to you. Like if it was your birthday, they wrote inside, what it is that, you would have if when it's your birthday. So Spirit, please share with me. I have a 9 of Swords. I have a Justice card. I have a Queen of Cups. And I have an Emperor. It came into me as a question. It was more of a, will I be married? Okay. So some of you may be asking that. You could be worried that in this lifetime, you may not find somebody. I do believe you will. I believe you'll find a very strong individual. If that's something that you are manifesting, then we'll manifest that together today. But I do believe that you will find the love that you are looking for. So let go of the worry of if, okay? It's more of it hasn't happened yet. And I want you to think about that. This Queen of Cups has so much love to give. And when you have this big, beautiful heart, somebody finds it. I have a King of Swords, honest, genuine. I have a 5 of Swords. I have a 7 of Swords. And I have strength. It came into me as troubled past. It could be somebody had a very difficult situation with somebody. I had somebody who was very controlling. I had somebody who, was just very toxic, very difficult past. It doesn't mean that this king is that person. So part of me feels like I have to push this away with that strength. And I have to remember that this person's words are different than the past. I have to give this person credit. I have to give this king credit where credit is due, like give this person a chance. They're not the one that hurt me energy. I have a Hierophant. I have a 3 of Pentacles. I have a 4 of Swords. And I have an Ace of Cups. The Hierophant came into me as learning to trust again. And then the Ace of Cups kind of, was like a yes. Learning to trust again, and this feeling of learning to love again. Okay, so for somebody out there who has had a hard time, can I ever give my heart to somebody else freely? Am I always going to be guarded? Am I always going to wonder if I'm going to be happy, or if it's, somebody's going to walk away again? It's going to be different this time, is how I feel. That this Ace is coming into me as more of a feeling like you have a big heart and this person has a big heart, so you're the couple who everybody loves. That you're the couple who nobody would ever say anything bad about, because you're both generous, you're both giving, you somehow found each other, you are perfect for each other. And I feel like everybody says that, and like 2 peas in a pod. There's something about the 2 of you that it looks like you're supposed to be together, like a beautiful couple. You take a picture of the 2 of you, and it looks like you've been together forever. It looks like you're supposed to be together, just that one picture, and you're showing pictures of like, this is my new person, and everybody's saying like, wow, you guys look amazing together, or you look like you're supposed to be together. That's how it feels. I have a love triangle. I feel like I had a very toxic past, and it just kind of rears its ugly head, a cheater, a player, something like that. So you've got to keep walking away from that. You've got something else to look forward to. I like the Christmas lights and the candles, because I feel like you could meet this person anytime between now and then, but it's a sense of we'll be home for the holidays. It's a sense of we will share our holidays together. We'll decorate the house together. I know that seems like a long ways away, but if you met somebody in the summertime and you go through the fall, the next thing you know, you're already planning the holidays together. So you could be, and also this feeling of celebrating Christmas. So somebody who would celebrate Christmas. So that could be important to somebody. I have intimacy. There's great chemistry. I'm attracted to you. I can't wait to get you alone. Intimacy is off the charts. I feel close to you. Beautiful. Confused. I'm going to go, I was oftentimes confused with this person, this player, playing mind games, head games. I don't feel that way with this. I feel safe and at home. I feel uninhibited physically. What's the bottom of my deck? I want to take a closer look, and I have marriage. So I want to take a closer look. I want to get to know you. I want to see where this is going. So is this person the person that I'm going to end up with? Is this person not the one that I can see myself with? Be careful with the over-analyzing. Yeah, that's something that we all struggle with. I feel at home with you. I could see myself with you. This is a lasting love, they're saying, living together. Let's take it one step at a time. Maybe we'll live together for a few years, and then maybe we decide that we want to be engaged. We do that, something along those lines. But I feel like we go through the stages of love, just these kind of milestones. I'm going to say, it's like hitting milestones together. And so we have something to celebrate. That, it's our first year together. It's the anniversary of our first date. It's the anniversary of our first time we were intimate. I don't know if you keep track of that, but you know, people have all kinds of things that they remember. You know, they keep little notes and things like that. Spirit, what sign could they be? Let's see. I have a Pisces. I have an Aquarius, Scorpio. I have a Cancer. Okay. So you could be looking for those. And I know that my charms have some additional signs also. Let's get some initials. Let's see if they'll give me a couple of clues with the initials. Right now, I'm feeling I'm getting further and further away from a toxic energy. I need to get it out of my system. You know, I've been working really hard at getting out of my system, but I have a feeling that I have triggers and I struggle with those. So I'm trying to control. I feel like I'm trying to control my triggers, if you can, you know, like I'm just trying to not let anything upset me, or trying to remember that it's in the past, that person's gone. I have the letter P. I have a C. I have a Z. So first initials, last initials. I have a Q, an R, an F, a J, W, Q, H, K. I have a P, an N, an L, a U, and an M. Okay, so we'll take those as a handful of clues. And then let's do some double letters. I like these even more because these are first letter and second letter of a first name or a last name. So there could be a name that you're thinking of that's come into your life recently that you are looking for some kind of confirmation for. Spirit, please share with me. I have a J-A, B-E, T-I, K-A, L-O, A-S, A-L, D-O. Let's get a couple more. S-M and M-O. Okay, so for some of you, those could connect. Don't worry if they're not connecting because you haven't met your person. That's okay. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you want me to know about this connection? Let's see. Let's go into some other types of cards. For May, what is happening around us? What's coming towards us? Hitting milestones. I like that feeling because that tells me we're going to stay together. I have a union of souls. Two souls come together in perfect harmony, creating a bond that is nurturing and empowering. This union brings a sense of completeness and shared purpose. I also got a feeling of what the divine brings together. No one can separate. There was a sense of, this is bigger than both of us. If these souls are supposed to be together, there isn't anybody or anything that can come between us. So I do feel like it will be a very strong emotional bond. And I don't have the fear of interference, if that helps somebody. I have divine timing, of course. Trust the universe is bringing your soulmate to you at the perfect time. Divine timing ensures that you're both ready. You know, that you have both learned the lesson. You're both ready to receive this. You're both open to this. And then I have a divine connection. Absolutely. Your connection is divinely guided and deeply spiritual. Trust in this higher guidance and allow it to lead you to a love that is pure, profound, and transformative. So I do feel like nothing can come between us. There's this sense of, now that I found you, I'll never let you go, or that nothing can ever come between us, things like that. So I feel like you will be a very strong soul bond. Beautiful. I have a 9 of Wands. I have a 7 of Swords. I have a Queen of Cups. And I have a 3 of Cups. So it feels more along the lines of I've just traveled, like even this ship, this kind of flying ship. It was like I've traveled such great distances and I've come so far that I am not going to allow anything less than a love that I want to celebrate, a love that is worthy of a celebration, a love that is something to be proud of and excited about. So it's just a feeling of I've come too far and I know myself and I'm not going to ever settle for anything less than a divine connection or somebody who's, like this is meant to be. I want to feel that. I want to feel and be able to say, when people see pictures of us, they're going to say, you look like you're supposed to be together. You look like that it's a match made in heaven. So I want to see that. I want to feel that. I have a Queen of Wands. I have a 10 of Swords. I have an Ace of Cups. And I have a Magician. I love this Magician. I also like the Ace of Cups, even though that has this snake. It's like she's not scared of that snake. She's kind of like looking at that snake as, it's a Prince Charming energy. It's got a little crown. But it's a sense of what's next, what's inside the box. I'm not scared of love. So I would say that you have nothing to be afraid of, that you're more open to it than you've ever been. And I want to say someone changes your mind. There's a sense of someone changes my mind about how good it could be. I want to say it that way. Okay. Like this person's down on one knee and it's very romantic and they see something in you that maybe you never saw in yourself or that no one has ever pointed out to you, or this person is deeply in love with you and you can feel it. It feels like when somebody's in love with you, you can feel it. And so this person is really excited about what's in the box. Right? What is the treasure that is about to come into me? And I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what else comes out. I can't wait to see what's ahead. So the possibility and the optimism about this new path opening, like you could be really excited about this person, but you could even be more excited about the fact that you have so much time ahead of you. And you look at this person and say, we have so many years ahead of us to enjoy this. We have so much time ahead of us to see what comes. And that could be more exciting than anything, just the thought of how much time you have to actually enjoy each other. So I would say that that's a big part of this. And that's telling me that we have years ahead, years. I've got this beautiful bowl of charms. So let's see what they're saying with the charms today. Let's see what they want you to know. Okay. This one jumped out, so we'll grab that. All right, let me see. I've got the letter E. I have a Capricorn. I have a Virgo. Okay, I have a little black dog. So someone may have a black dog. All right, so that could be a good clue. I believe I'm going to go with this feeling of, I feel like I want to say woods, that I live near woods or there's a lot of trees around me. There's a big leaf here. It feels like all different types of trees. So I could live in an area that just has a ton of trees, and the fall is beautiful and just, you know, somewhere that has lots of, and I feel like different types of trees and lots of woods. So I could be out in the suburbs. I have a kangaroo. Two things came into me. The baby in the pouch of the kangaroo, like for those of you that would love to have a baby, I felt like there's a baby in the belly energy, so baby belly. So somebody out there who is in a, here's a little diaper pin. So somebody who wants to have a baby with somebody, if you're manifesting that, I feel like Spirit's letting you know that's coming. I have a starfish, but it's a red, the red gem is coming into me. It's red. It's almost like a ruby. So I feel like the ruby is important for some reason. It could be somebody who has a ruby ring, ruby earrings. It could be somebody who looks great in red. I always wear red. Could be the first thing you notice about somebody. So that could be one of their colors, red lipstick, but it felt like a ruby ring. I have a pearl, okay, and a seashell. So very happy, happy face. I found a pearl. I do have a snail. I always laugh at this little guy. Is it slow going? It could be. I don't want to say slow. I want to say steady. I don't feel necessarily slow as much as it's on pace. It goes through all the paces of a relationship. We date, we get to know each other. Maybe we decide we're going to live together. If we decide that we want more, we get engaged, you know. So I just feel like it goes at a steady pace more than a snail's pace. So that's okay. I can live with steady pace. What is this little guy? Okay, I have makeup. Okay, and I'm going to put the wine glass. I have a wine glass and I have makeup. And I feel like it's kind of getting ready for a date. I feel like it's a date. And I'm going to put this rose with that. So I feel like it's a date. I feel like it's that feeling of getting all dolled up. It's that feeling of first date. Okay. I want to look good. Maybe we took a picture on our first date, something like that. So there's a part of me that feels like that's important. I do have a birthday cake now. Aries, we're just coming out of Aries. But if you met this person in the Aries season, some of you, or you just had a birthday, you're talking about how old you are, and you're like, you know, I just had a birthday, you know, beginning of April, something like that. But I feel like the birthday, you know, like how old are you? How old are you? When's your birthday? And last but not least, this beautiful little diamond ring. And I feel like, is it somebody who is going to be your future spouse? Is it somebody that really does want the same things as you, really wants to have a future with you? So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what you both want, if that's what you decide that you both want. So here is this beautiful, you can see the ruby red star, and you can see the kangaroo, the mama belly. I know not all of you want a mama belly or been there, done that. I'm definitely not having a mama belly. But some of you would like to have that in your life right now. Spirit, can you share with me a timeline? Can you share with me anything about the timeline around this connection? I have September. Okay, that's not that far away. We could meet them anytime, and we could know by September we really want to be together. Have faith. The divine timing is at play. Spirit's working for you. The number 23, 9. The time will bring a surprise. How about in time, a surprise, comes. So we want that, and let it be a mystery. Maybe you want it to be a mystery. Maybe you do want to be surprised. There's a sense of, I just want to be surprised. Just let it happen when it's supposed to happen. Bottom of the deck, I have June. That is pretty hopeful. If this came into me in May, June, I would be pretty excited for you. That feels really hopeful. So let's put this out into the universe. Let's ask Spirit to guide you for this union. It feels nice. I feel like it's meant to be. And somehow you guys have found each other. And I love the hitting milestones together. I thought that was really nice. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your comments. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, kathymamolenspsychicmedium.com. I have uploaded some half-hour readings into my website in the last week or so, and a mini reading. So you may want to go there and check those out, see if that's something that you're interested in. In the meantime, Aries, we will put this out to the universe and we'll ask Spirit to continue to guide you. We'll see you soon.